All right, we have a ton of low-income news today. I have like 6 pages of notes today. It's crazy. So let's get started. Grocery workers nationwide can apply for the Grocery Workers Appreciation Fund grant from the United Way. This grant provides up to $250 in cash cards to grocery store workers who are going through a hard time. Applications open on the 1st of the month and remain open until that funding for the month is claimed. If you apply and are not selected, you can apply again on the 1st of the next month. This program is expected to last until August of 2030, and you can receive assistance once every 365 days. For more information about that, please check the link below. The Biden administration also announced a new initiative called All Inside on Thursday. This is part of their plan to curb homelessness across the country. During the first phase, the U.S. Interagency Council on Homelessness will be working to get unsheltered people into homes in Chicago, Dallas, Los Angeles, Seattle, the Metro Phoenix area, and the state of California. It is not entirely clear how this is going to work or how fast these changes will be made, but it's at least a step in the right direction. Next year, the way that you file taxes could be completely different. Following the TurboTax lawsuit that I've told you about for the last couple of weeks, where the company was charging people who should have been able to file for free, the IRS has announced that they plan to build their own free filing system instead of letting companies handle it themselves. The new pilot program is expected to be available to some taxpayers during the 2024 filing season. It is not clear yet who will be able to participate in that pilot, but I will keep you posted. Sorry. Propel, the company that owns the Providers app, conducted a study of Snap users in April and found, that half the people they surveyed have been skipping meals since the emergency allotment ended. This is heartbreaking, and if you find yourself in this situation, please call 211 right away to find a food pantry or a hot meal site in your area. And on that note, please don't forget to call the Hearing Aid Hotline at 888-258-5305 as well to reach our sponsors at Care Connect USA. This hotline can help people who are struggling with the high costs of hearing aids. Their experts are familiar with different programs that can reduce the cost and even help you find payment assistance. Again, the number for that Hearing Aid Hotline is 888-258-5305. And if you need help with food as well, I meant to mention this earlier, don't forget to also check our free recent video on how to get free food from your local market. It's not just Double Up. I know I've talked to you guys a lot about Double Up lately, but we've actually found 7 ways you can get free food from your local market, including special programs for seniors, mothers, veterans, children, and more. It is really awesome. Sorry, I keep laughing because I have another bunny down here that is really trying to get up. So give me 1 second and then we'll move into, oh no, now he takes off. Okay. Now we'll move into our local news section. In Alabama, over $26 million have been awarded to help low-income families with their cooling bills this summer. You can receive up to $500 through this program. You will need to schedule an appointment with your local Community Action Council to apply. These appointments will start June 15th, so schedule yours right away. In Arizona, Central Arizona Shelter Services is renovating a building in Phoenix to house 170 low-income seniors. The apartments will be available for those who are at least 55 years old. They expect to have 40 rooms ready by this summer, and the rest will be available next spring. Many of the new residents will come from The Zone, which is a homeless encampment in downtown Phoenix, and I think it's great that they're finally getting some housing put together for those guys. In California, the Sacramento City Council just approved a pilot program that will give low-income homeowners up to $15,000 for needed repairs. This program is called the Justice for Neighbors Emergency Home Repair Pilot Program. In order to be eligible, you must have an owner-occupied or single-family home, and you must have an income that is at or below 80% of the median area income. Also in California, the Dagoni School of Dentistry recently hosted an annual health fair for low-income seniors in San Francisco. The event serves seniors who are at least 55 years old. You can get dental care, hearing exams, glucose and blood pressure testing, diabetes screenings, free refreshments, and more at these events. The event happens every May, so be sure to check that out and mark your calendar so that you can check back next year as well. In Colorado, Denver has lifted some barriers to the Prosperity Denver Fund. I'm sorry, baby. I don't have any more dandelions. The rules previously required DPS students to live in Denver for 36 months before they could be eligible, but the new rules expand the residency requirement and raise the maximum age to 30 years old. Those funds can now be used to help pay for certifications, apprenticeships, and college tuition as well. I really underestimated how quickly she was going to eat those. Also in Denver, an event called Winning Wednesday happens every other Wednesday at Lifeline, Colorado. This program connects low-income people and those who are homeless with many different services, including free food, massages, clothes, haircuts, toiletries, acupuncture services, and more. In Connecticut, a new program is providing bonds to newborns who are born into low-income families. The Baby Bonds program will help about 15,000 children every year. When those children turn 18, they will be able to redeem those bonds. CT Insider estimates that the bonds will be valued between $11,000 and $30,000 in 18 to 30 years, depending on interest rates and when the children choose to withdraw that savings. The funds can be used to buy a home or start a business in Connecticut. The funds can also be used to pay for higher education, job training, or save for retirement. In order to be eligible, families must be covered by Husky, which is the state's Medicaid program, and participate in a financial literacy course. Babies born on or after July 1st, 2023 may qualify. Now, I'm sorry, I have to take a little break here really quick and tell you guys, I started filming these videos with these bunnies because they help with my stress and anxiety when I'm live, because being live makes me so nervous. Unfortunately, this one is not as chill as she was when she was a baby, and this is kind of ridiculous. So I apologize. Maybe I'll rethink being out here with them in the future. But since we're already live, I guess we're just going to roll with it. In Delaware, the Almost Home program is providing a rent-to-own option for low-income families in Newcastle County. Through this program, rent is around $850 per month for a 2 or 3 bedroom unit for the first year or two. After that, the renter is expected to buy the home at an affordable rate, so they are asking that you do not apply unless you want to buy a home. In Florida, Community Aging and Retirement Services in Pasco County is closing some of their senior services. CARES was just a few weeks away from getting a new 6-year contract to provide assistance to low-income seniors who need help with meals, house cleaning, transportation, and more. But they abruptly backed out due to a conflict, I guess, with the Area Agency on Aging. This is really not good news for low-income seniors in Pasco County, but I thought you needed to know. Honey, I don't have any more dandelions. In Georgia, the Public Service Commission has agreed to add an additional $1.50 rebate on utility bills for low-income seniors. This is in addition to the $2 discount they also approved recently. So if you're a low-income senior in Georgia and you receive service from a regulated utility, you can ask to be enrolled in a low-income program and get a $33.50 rebate on your monthly bill. In Maryland, low-income Charles County residents can receive a free Chromebook. There is a limit of 1 device per household or address. You must be able to prove that you live in Charles County, and you must show that you are already enrolled in another means-tested federal program like SNAP or Medicaid. If you are not already participating in one of those programs, you may be eligible if your income is at or below 200% of the federal poverty level. This program will only last until October of 2023, so you'll need to check the distribution schedule for the Connected Devices program to find out when those Chromebooks are being distributed in your zip code. In Massachusetts, a nonprofit in Quincy is planning to build a low-income apartment complex on Winter Street. The complex will include 34 studio apartments for extremely low residents. The plan is to rent the apartments for about $600 per month to those who make only 20 to 30% of the area median income. And again, area median income is different than federal poverty level. We have all the information about that on our website, so be sure to check that link below as well for more information about what that means. The apartments would be small. They're only about 300 square feet, but they do include their own bathroom and a small kitchenette, so that's fabulous. In Mississippi, the state has made huge progress in helping low-income parents access child care. For nearly 20 years now, single parents in this state have had to seek child support from the other parent before they could be eligible for any financial assistance with child care. Parents had to complete 2 different applications with 2 different divisions of the government, and the process was just confusing. It was a nightmare. So a lot of parents just didn't get the help that they needed. As of last Monday, that rule has ended, and parents can now receive child care assistance without seeking child support through the state. In Missouri, the Central Missouri Community Action Agency recently hosted a bingo night to support their Women's and Infant Relief Fund. This fund can help with virtual baby showers, disposable diapers, baby wipes, car seats, and more. In Nebraska, the Larimore building in Omaha is going to be renovated into a new apartment complex for low-income seniors. The plan is to develop 45 apartments for seniors who are at least 62 years old and meet the income requirements. There will be 3 two-bedroom units, and the rest will be one-bedroom units. Construction is expected to begin this summer, and the apartments should be available in about 18 months. Also in Nebraska, I found a cool program in Lincoln. The local high school there has been building affordable housing for almost 30 years. Every year, teacher Bob Freese helps his students build a home from the ground up. At the end of the year, the house is sold at a very affordable rate to a low-income family in need. The homes are distributed by the Lincoln Housing Authority, so you can contact them for more information if you live in that area and you are interested. In New Hampshire, the deadline to apply for property tax deductions is June 30th. You may be eligible if you're a low-income homeowner. Single homeowners must make no more than $37,000 per year, and two-person households must make no more than $47,000 per year. The home value must be below $220,000, and you must have resided in the property as of April 1st, 2022. You can apply online at revenue.nh.gov. In North Carolina, a new low-cost primary Sorry, words are hard. See, I lost my bunny and now I can't talk. In North Carolina, a new low-cost primary healthcare provider has opened in Marshall. Located next to the Pisgah Legal Services, WNC Health Collaborative has a focus on providing services to underinsured and uninsured residents. The provider hopes to give away 10% of her billable hours to those in need. Also in North Carolina, a new program from Waterway NC in Wilmington is helping people fix leaking or broken pipes. They are also considering helping people replace old appliances as well. In order to be eligible, you must be a new Hanover County resident with a low income. So many bugs out here. In Ohio, a nonprofit called People Working Cooperatively is preparing for their annual Repair a Fair event on June 10th. During this event, they will help low-income seniors, veterans, and people with disabilities with home repairs and maintenance tasks. Some common fixes include installing handrails, repairing walkways, decks, steps, painting, landscaping, repairing drywall, and more. This service is available throughout the greater Cincinnati area, and you will need to visit pwchomrepairs.org for details. In Oklahoma, a new program in Tulsa is helping minority and low-income high school students pursue legal careers. This program begins in August and will welcome students in 9th to 12th grades. Students who participate will earn a legal assistant certification and have the chance to pursue college scholarships. If you know an interested student, please contact the Neal Center for Justice for details. In Pennsylvania, a new pilot program in Allegheny County has been providing free and discounted bus passes to low-income people who receive SNAP food benefits. There are 6 months left for this pilot program, so be sure that you apply and take advantage of it while it lasts. Also in Pennsylvania, the Attorney General recently announced a settlement with Snap Finance LLC and its affiliates. The company was sued for preying on low-income residents and using deceptive collection practices. Over $7 million will be distributed as restitution payments to people who were affected. If you have already paid off your SNAP account, you could receive a check. If you still owe a balance to SNAP, you may have that balance reduced instead. In South Carolina, the state is now giving out $50 in free food vouchers through the Senior Farmers Market Nutrition Program this year. This is an increase over the amount that they gave last year. To qualify, you must be a South Carolina resident, at least 60 years old, and meet income limits. You can contact the South Carolina Department of Social Services to claim yours. In Tennessee, we found a list of double-up food programs in your area. Be sure to check out our website for that information. In Vermont, we found 3 programs that can help you get more food. These include Crop Cash, You First, and Farm to Family. We've got the details on all 3 of those programs on our website. In Virginia, Fresh Match can help you get more food when you shop with EBT. We've assembled a list of Fresh Match providers on our website as well. That's why I'm putting everything in that link down below. It's just way easier than listing off like 200 farmers markets here in this video, where most of you would probably leave if I tried that. So In Washington, the Humane Society of Southwest Washington is offering low-cost spay and neutering services. These services are free for pets of homeless people. They also have a free pet food program for those who are experiencing financial hardship. And they also have a safe haven pet boarding program for families who have been displaced or those who are experiencing acute financial hardship. Also in Washington, the Lewis County Humane... no, sorry. I said Humane Society because I was going for my buddy. Also in Washington, the Lewis County Public Utility District has set aside $200,000 to help low-income seniors shift to a sliding scale for their rate payments. These funds will support seniors who are at least 62 years old and whose incomes are at or below 225% of the federal poverty level. If you qualify, you could save $15 to $29 a month off your bill. In Washington, D.C., the new Solar for All program can reduce the electric bills for low-income residents by up to 50%. And that's all the news I have for you today. Don't forget to check out our recent video on how you can get free food from your local farmers market, and